Oh, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. I'm your humble host, David Null, also known as Hawkeye Two Feathers, and I greet you as always with the love and the honor of the infinite creator. And I continue to pray each and every day that each and every one of you will continue to learn how to accept and receive the knowledge, the healing, the wisdom, and the many blessings from the universe. Now, with that said, I hope you all are doing well. Mark and Tracy, how are you? I should say Tracy and Mark. Tracy was here first. Nyeh, 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 nyeh. How y'all doing? Uh, I was so surprised today. Well, it has been a surprise after my heart attack. Attacks. And apparently I'm still having them. So, hey, Joe, how are you? I hear hookers and blow are getting cheaper down south. I don't know about that. You're still alive somehow? Hey, Joe, how are you? Chloe, you just got done watching Star Trek 7. Yeah. So, this subject of my right breast growing has to do with Star Trek 7. I'm kidding. No, anyway, um, I have, yeah, since my heart attacks, I've got like 10 or 11 different medicines. In fact, I'm due to take my evening meds right now. And while I'm chatting with y'all. So today's my, along with, the fact that this is 59 years since JFK got murdered in Dallas, um, you know, was one of my doctor's appointments. And so I go in for my checkup and everything. Hey, SB, how you doing? Did I miss anybody? Tracy, Mark, Joe, Chloe? I think I got everybody so far. So I I go into the dear doctors and they have my doctors have been kind of sort of complaining. They want me to weigh myself like every other day or something. Every day that they want me to weigh myself. And I'm like, this is stupid. So I went into the doctor today, jumped on the scale, and was a balance beam type. And I told the lady, I said, put it on 180 pounds and see how close we are. And she was like, well, we'll see. And she's fiddling with the thingy, and well, it's 179 pounds. Told you. But so the last several months since my heart attack, I have been 178 to 180. I've been within that 2 pound range ever since my heart attack. So, which, Doc looked at me and he goes, most people can't do that, Dave, And I'm like, okay. And so we're going down the list of how you doings. And my right breast has just been just annoyingly tender. And the nipple is like, ow, and I'm like, damn, what is going on here? So I tell the doc today, I said, of all the strange things, my right breast is bigger than my left one. I said, and coming out of the shower today, and I'm looking in the mirror. Not that I'm out there trying to compare my breast, mind you, but there's an obvious difference in my right one. I mean, it's like swelled up in. It's not huge, but I was like, what the hell? So, I've never had anyone ask me to lift my shirt to let me see your breasts. But today was a first for me. So I lifted up my shirt and showed him my breasties, and he went, damn, you're right. Your right one is bigger than the left one. He goes, well, that's because of the medicine you're taking. I went, what? Well, what? He knew about it just uh, right away. Hey, Michelle, how are you? No, I need a breast pump for Christmas. Oh, but I still can't get pregnant yet. Well, I don't know. I have to go to the doctor on this coming Monday for a colonoscopy to check why I'm bleeding out my rectum. So, uh, and that's caused by one of the other medicines I'm taking. So here, let me swallow this while I got my pills in my hand. I'm late. So, and here's the thing. It's a common. It's a um. Duggar's been going nutso tonight. It's called spironolactone, 25 milligram. And let me just read you. It's very common for folks with heart problems. Okay. So the most common side effects include gynecomastia, which I believe is the growing of the breast, because that's what I remember him saying when I was in the office. And so, as of November the 1st of 2022, from the Mayo Clinic, general feeling of tiredness or weakness, headache, heartburn, hives, itching or skin rash, hoarseness, increased thirst, indigestion, inverted nipples. Now, I don't think they're inverted, but they're damn they're damn tender. Loss of appetite, loss of consciousness, lower back or side pain, lump in the breast or under the arm muscle, pain or cramps, muscle spasms or twitching, nausea, painful or difficult urination. Now that's like common. Here you go. Now, they put you on this stuff um to, keep your, I'm taking these medicines because of my heart. Time for a manogram. Yeah. A manogram. Manogram. Yeah, I agree with you. Watch out for that DOC. DOC. I don't know what that is. The medicine is making you bleed out. Talk about pain in the, you know what? Yeah. It's one of the here. It's and it's a common medicine too. I should do an evening of just um, you know, all of these heart medicines that people have, and they're telling me, look, you got to take them, dude. You got to take them, and I'm like, yeah, but okay. So this particular one is Xarelto. All right, can y'all see that one? Now it's on TV and everything, and this is like 15 milligrams, and it will make you bleed. Your stomach ulcer, but and it will blood will come out your rectum, and which is happening with me. They had me on a 20 milligram dose, and they dropped me to 15, and the blood out my rectum is much better. Now I know this is not necessarily, we're topic of discussion, but the fact that you take these medicines, and I found out today that with I got to say, my new doctor, he's a young snot, but he's good. He is on it. So, in talking about my chest pain and my difficulty with breathing, sometimes he was like, when I described one to him, I said, "This happened just to me the other day," and he looked at me and he goes, "Dude," he said, Yeah, and it's working out, but I gotta muddle through some of these medicines. Oh, by the way, I'm late on doing a 20. But the idea that the meds that are supposed to save you have got all these side effects. I mean, I've been complaining of itching on my face and in other places. Wake up in the middle of the night, I'm short of breath, and this, that, and the other thing. I'm happy and grateful I am cancer free. Good, Isby. I hear and see the doctor telling me there is no trace of cancer in me. That's really good news. That's really good news. So, but all the side effects and everything the last several months has really been trying. It's really been difficult for me. I've tried not to bitch about it too much, but it's been very, very difficult these last few months with all these medicines and the side effects. And so they don't give you any information about the side effects of stuff. Hey, Steve, how are you? I got your message the other day, and as per usual, my phone was off the hook. I mean, needed charging. And it took until today for the damn thing to get charged. But I was going to call you back. And tomorrow I get to go in and have more X-rays and CAT scans done, and more therapy. Um, but the interesting thing about discussing my condition and how I have felt, my doctor today says, "You've been having heart attacks." And I went, "What?" He goes, "You've been having chest pain and shortness of breath?" And I went, "Yeah." And he goes, "You need to go to the hospital when that happens." And I was like, "Dude, this happens once or twice a week. I'd be going to the hospital all the time." I mean, you know, I just figured that this was part of it. They sent me home and said that I was okay, and, take these meds, and, we'll see you in 3 months. Well, he called the cardiologist on his cell phone immediately, and they said, "What? You've been doing, huh? Well, no, we need to see you sooner than 2 months from now, because I'm scheduled to see these folks in January." And they were like, "Oh, no, 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 no. We need to, you're doing what? No, 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 no. We need to send you into the hospital, and we need to do a heart catheterization. We need to go in and take a look, because if your heart's doing that now, no, 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 no. You should have come to the hospital." And I'm like, "Y'all didn't tell me this. You just sent me home. Here, take these pills." And, so apparently I've had several mild heart attacks since I've been home, unbeknownst to me. But from what I was discussing with the doctor and the cardiologist on the phone now, right, this afternoon, I got to say, some people are bitching about modern technology. I'm not. I am not. Because any one of the doctors that I go to, especially within this group from the Colquitt County Hospital, they can all see my records through the portal at the hospital, and from all the other doctors. So any of the doctors can see my x-rays of my kidneys. They can see all of my medicines that I'm taking. They can see my medical history from the other doctors without having to get faxes and having, back in the day, you had to go pick up your x-rays from the hospital or wherever and take them to the doctor so they could look at them, and all this. Me too, Chloe. He kind of scared the shit out of me today when he was talking to me about how when I was talking about my chest pain and so forth, and my shortness of breath, and he was like, "Dude, man, and I was like, "Yeah, but I'm not just going to run back and forth to the hospital. I'm not. I'm just I'm not going to be one of those people. Oh, my chest hurts. Oh, I better run to the hospital. No, I just, nah, I don't want to go there. Of course, it might kill me, but um, the first thing I thought of was like, well, what am I going to do with Duggar? If my chest hurt and I said, damn, man, it's 2 in the morning and I don't really feel right. And maybe I should go to the hospital. Well, what am I going to do with Duggar? I'll leave him by himself. Who am I going to call at 2 in the morning? And, I mean, um, of all the things, that was the first thing that popped into my mind. What am I going to do with Duggar? I'd just start downing ivermectin. Oh, so anyway, I think I know what I'm going to die of, but a heart issue. Um, I'm probably not even going to know when it happens. But so with the side effects of things now, but it was just to me, it's been painful, but also hilarious about my doctor telling me to lift my shirt so he could look at my breasts, and noticing that my right breast was much larger. I feel like I need a training bra. I mean, literally, it's that much bigger. When I looked in the mirror today, I was like, "Holy shit!" Next I'll be having a period, and and oh my God, at 70, can I still get pregnant? But anyway, um, at least I know that it's one of the medicines. So he's switching me out when I go to town tomorrow for X-rays and stuff. Um, I need my other medicines refilled. So I just kind of stared at him and he goes, I don't know. He said, but it's only the right breast in men that it gets larger. So anyway, wow. After all these years, am I turning female? My hair's long enough, I could shave my beard and kind of, pump up the left one a little bit, and maybe go on tour as the topless hippie. Holy shit. I've gone crazy. But I did think it was important to kind of share a little bit of information, um, just about some of these medications and stuff is like, you better check your boobs. Yep. I can't believe it. They were in the chat room. I had to approve the word boobs. Well, your good body. I don't know. Tomorrow I start on this other medicine. Now I don't know what its side effects are, but apparently there's no breast involved. Because he called the cardiologist and they was like, which one? This one? Yeah, okay, this and blah blah blah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'll tell you, it's been so long since I felt of any boob. It was kind of fun today, just kind of giving it a once over, going, wow, man, this thing is kind of full. When was the last time I touched a boob? Oh my God, I'm feeling myself up, going, holy crap, wow. Hey, that's almost a handful. Holy Jesus, God, I'm going nuts. Oh, when was the last time I touched a breast? Well, recently. It was mine. Oh, goodness gracious. I said something. I said, if I had pierced nipples, I think it would be uncomfortable. You know, I said, I haven't been doing anything kinky. I don't have anybody to be kinky with. You know, shame on me. I'm sorry. Watch out for PMS. Yeah. And trying to make the insurance companies happy. Tomorrow will be my fourth week of therapy for trying to get my back better. Well, it ain't no better. It's if anything, it's worse. So in having conversation today with trying to get a spinal doctor, I looked at my good buddy Dr. McBrayer, and his ankles are about this big around. I swear to God, he's a skinny little fart. Not little, but anyway. But he goes, "No, you're going to the hospital right now. Go over there right now and get an X-ray of your back." And he goes, "I can't send you to our spinal doctors, and unless and they're going to go, hey, what's up with McBrayer? Sending him to the spine doctor when he ain't got no, when there's no proof." And I said, "Well, we're going to reschedule for the MRI instead of 2 days after Christmas, and we're going to reschedule my going to see my cardiologist, and good chance they're going to put me in to have the heart cath done, because apparently there's been more damage to my heart than was first acknowledged or whatever." Because they do the echo thing and this and that, and there were several portions that they could tell. But what they're worried about is that there is a tear in the muscle in my heart. So I'm like, okay, don't know how that would happen, but okie doke, I'll go along. So they want to send a camera up and go take a look at my heart to see the damage and to see if there's anything else that they might do mechanically, I guess. Because God Almighty, if they give me another fucking pill, I don't know what I'm going to do. But so anyway, it's been an interesting ride up to now, but I had never expected to have my breasts grow. I would not that it would do me any good, but I wish that growing would grow lower. Not that it would do me a damn bit of good. Of course, I don't know. Having a large breast to kind of tinker with. I'm still waiting to get an appointment with the ear nose for the sinuses. Yeah. But anyway, it is what it is. But in trying to but in trying to do good with the insurance company and everybody, and so I'm doing 6 weeks of therapy to prove to the insurance company that my back is not it's not muscular, okay? And so that they will approve the MRI, right? Well, I told the doc, I said, "Look, it's firewood season. I don't, I got a little electric heater down here. I don't have central heating there. I've been, heating my house with wood since forever. And, every bit of that includes walking, stooping, and I can regulate how much I pick up, right? But I still have to walk, bend, stoop, and tote the wood into the house. And I'm having trouble just standing. So we're stepping up this thing for me to get my back checked out. So I told him today, having this little powwow in the doctor's office, and I said, for the moment, if the insurance won't pay for it, right now I'm covered by indigent care. So if I need something done, I'm covered, whether my insurance covers it or not. So I told him, I said, the heck with this trying to make the insurance company happy. Let's make me happy. Change my MRI and step it up and send me to that spine doctor before the first of the year, because everything changes after the first of the year. Whatever I make, I'd have to reapply for indigent care if that comes up. Oregano oil. What are the chances of us breaking the laws of nature and wishing for the heart pieces to grow back? Um, Joe, I'm not saying that it ain't possible, because I believe anything's possible. Um, but at 70 years old, the 55 plus years of smoking and hard drug use and alcohol abuse and all the stuff you ain't supposed to do had I have had heart attacks before and didn't know it, is what they told me today. And I was like, what? Yeah, your heart's too damaged. And I went, what? Your heart didn't get damaged just because of this recent heart attack. You've had heart attacks before. And I went, what? Wait a minute. What? So the heart attack in July that put me in the hospital for a week, I should have been in the hospital before that, is what they're telling me, from heart attack. So can it grow back? Duggar's going crazy tonight. Hey Mel, how are you? Mark, I'm in. That negativity is not believing, believe. Yeah, I do believe. Hey Mel, how are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's going well. Um, I believe that I can try to keep it from getting worse, but now they're telling me that it's worse than any of us thought. Like what? And of course I can't quit smoking yet. I'm trying my best. I'll pick up a cigarette and look at it, go, nah, and put it down. And so I've been doing real well. I'm, less than a half a pack a day. Um, and there are times when I have sat right here and lit one and said, screw it, you know, I'm I'm gonna smoke this cigarette because I want it. And then I'll pick up a cigarette and I'll light it and I'll take two puffs and go, this is gonna kill me sooner, and I put it out. So but can I grow the heart muscle back and can it be rejuvenated? I don't know. Um, I'm not being negative about it. I honestly don't know. But I'm not in a negative mode or mood about my heart. Um, as much as it slowed me down and all these freaking medicines I got to take and all the little hoops I got to jump through and all, fuck, they have taken enough blood out of me. They took another vial of blood again today to check my potassium and other things, because these medicines mess with my potassium. If I eat too many bananas, I can go into some kind of, whatever. I'm like, holy crap. So it ain't just the heart attack. It's all the things that all the medicines that, you have to um, jump through also, so changing this one medicine, the spirolactone kind of thing, maybe my itching will go away, maybe my upset stomach will go away, maybe some of the other things will go away, along with my breast will, um not become inverted. No, that's my nipple will become inverted. um But maybe that one pill is giving me some of these side effects I was bitching about today, to my doctor. And I told him, I said, I hate to complain, but I said, my stomach is always kind of churning a little bit. And it's not acid reflux or anything, but I always have this medicine taste in my mouth, and it sucks. I can rinse my mouth, I can do this or that, but the taste is always there. My dad is 74 and he had a heart attack. He was at the hospital for 2 weeks and they likes to smoke weed and drink beer. Now he's back home and back to his old habits. Yeah. Whoa. Duggar, calm down. Goodness gracious. I don't know what the dickens is out there tonight. Yeah, hope my jump don't invert. I understand that you're being practical. Sometimes my wishful thinking gets in my way. Yeah, the same here, Joe. Well, but I'm staying in a positive mode about it. And I'm trying to think positive about doing any repair. Years ago, when I had my neck operated on, I mean, this was back in the 80s, okay? And I was in this meditative, learning how to meditate back then, way early on in my shaman journey, I guess. But in that, I meditated, closed my eyes, and I don't know if Bob the Builder was out there at the time, but in my brain, I imagined Bob the Builder and all his dudes going into my neck and going up there and spackling and doing whatever they could to, you know, help the calcium in the bone and to adhere and all that good stuff. Anyway, so I've been using this kind of mental imagery for a long time, and trying to use it on my heart. I can understand how the bone works and how the this and the that and the calcium and the growth, you know, but I don't understand enough about the heart to like what what's in there that needs repaired. It's the muscle. Okay, but now how do I visualize repairing the muscle? I can visualize bone and spackling and cement. I mean, you know what I mean? I can visualize, but I haven't come up with a visualization of how to repair the muscle. Okay, just just to let you know. So, but I have been, all you little tinkers, whatever you do, go fix the heart muscle. Well, they've been sending little messages back to me like, how? Like, okay, smart ass, you're sending us over here to do this job, but you ain't sent, we don't have any plans. There's no instructions. You just send us over here and we're all standing around, drinking beer and smoking a joint and going, Hawkeye sent us over here to fix the heart. Okay, what do you use? I don't know. You got any duct tape? you know, I don't know if duct tape's a good, you know, viable place to use this right now. Hmm. You know what I mean? So, um, but he is okay. He keeps telling me to leave him alone, but he has to go back to the hospital for a health check and he just doesn't want to go. Yeah, Mel, I understand. I don't really want to go through all this stuff neither. But I look at it. This is for myself because I hadn't gone to a doctor or taken any medicine for 7 or 8 years, right? So I should have been taking some kind of blood pressure medicine or at least being more careful. Which my BP is doing great. Everybody's happy as owl shit about that. Nows don't really shit; they barf. But anyway, God Almighty, I'm in a mood today, ain't I? So but the idea though that the standard for this for my condition is this, and this is the industry standard. You take this one and this one and this one and this one and this one, and this does this and that one does that, and yeah, okay. Um, but I'm going to stay in a positive mode about it, especially when after today of having gone through the meds, having found out why my breast is growing, and I can't quit fondling myself. Oh my God. I'm sorry. You know, it doesn't turn me on, but it's just like, what? It is so full. Oh, goodness gracious me. At my age, my breasts were growing, yippee, and other parts are shrinking at a massive rate, which is another one of the side effects of the same drug, that your libido goes, well, I don't have anybody to have a libido with, so. As Spock would say, fascinating. Yeah, actually, it has been an interesting trip. I went to the urologist the other day, and I'm going for my CT scan tomorrow because I have a cyst that's like this long, yeah, inside my kidney, and my kidney ain't much bigger than that, so it's like got the whole thing filled up. So, a lot of people have cysts on their kidneys. A lot of folks, but not as big as mine. Nanny, nanny, nanny. Uh, things keep shrinking, but other things are growing. Anyway, uh, but the thing is about it that there is the pussy kind like a pimple, and that they can go in there and drain that puppy with a needle. But if it's fibrous because it's been in there for so long, then they got to go in and cut a little hole in my back and go in from the side and literally go into the kidney and cut it open and take some of the stuff out. Mine's bigger. At the moment, my cyst is bigger than your cyst. My cyst is bigger than yours, 10 centimeters. I mean, when I was at the kidney doctor the last week, he says it's like this long. You need to get it took care of. And I was like, I know. You keep telling me that. So, but kidney doctors don't do that. You have to go to the urologist, which is what I did this last week. So, yeah, and it constantly hurts. Your cyst can beat up my cyst. It will trigger your body to heal your heart and blood pressure. Oh, my BP's good. Every time I've been checked by any of them, and Steve was kind enough to send me this portable machine that I check my blood pressure with, and it's been in the 125, 127 over, 70 kind of thing. With my heart rate in the 60s, 70s. My heart rate is very rarely in the 80s. It has been in the 70s, but it's moderate between 65 and 75 for my pulse, which ain't bad. So, in going through all this, though, with the doctors and everything, they all expressed great concern, which scared the bejeebers out of me today, about the fact that you are still having heart attacks, Dave. And I'm like, what? You need to go in. You need to come see us sooner. We'll call you tomorrow. So I'm expecting phone calls tomorrow from the cardiologist. and reschedule and go in. They'll probably want to do EE, no, EKGs, and other stuff. But I'm not worried about it. I'm really not. I am more worried about the side effects of these drugs they got me on than I am about my heart. But I've kind of been, the spirits kind of told me, like, look, for me, I'm like, oh, one of these days I'm going to die. I was, so preoccupied for so long about dying and wanting to commit suicide. So the message here recently for me has been, well, you know what you're going to die of. Now, how do you want to handle it? You want to smoke a pack a day? You want to smoke 2 packs a day? Or, what do you want to do? You want to start drinking again? Or do you want to just try to, take your meds and do the proper thing and concentrate on your heart getting better and let's see how these next few years are going to turn out. But yeah, you're probably going to die of a heart attack. And I was like, well, I'm not going to die of cancer because nothing showed up. I don't have anything on my lungs. Nothing showed up. I've had several tests done on my kidneys and so forth. Other than the cyst, I'm good. So I'm going to have my colonoscopy on Monday. Woo, I get screwed in the butt. Yeehaw. Uh, with my tender breast, it ought to just all come together, right? Never mind. Um, I'm crazy. I'm crazy on you. Crazy, crazy on you. Whoa. Yes, my dad say the same thing, but the kind of weird he knows he has to go back to the hospital, but doesn't do it. Yeah, I'll go back. You know, if it's going to be the heart problem thingy and they find out, well, your heart's worse than we thought, but it doesn't seem to need a pacemaker or anything. Um, but I here's the thing. See, now this just happened a couple hours ago, so I'm still kind of mulling it over. But I was like, so what if they find out that my heart is in worse shape? Then what? Nothing. Because they got me on all the drugs they're supposed to have. I'm supposed to be taking, right? So what can be done if they go in and they look around and inside the heart and they go, ooh, it's worse than we thought. Okay, then what? Well, instead of 20% bad, it's 25 or 30% bad. Okay. So you bump me up a notch or down a notch or however those notches go. But so the consideration. So now I'm not just thinking about myself, but I'm thinking about all the other people who have heart conditions. Okay. My aunt is taking a couple of these same medicines that I am. She's 86. Well, actually, she's got a birthday on December 7th. And I got an appointment on December the 6th. But anyway, actually, I got to go vote on December the 6th. Friday, I really wanted to down many bottles of Shine, but I didn't because I know that I wouldn't stop until it was all gone. He is doing just fine now. He is okay just because he says he will go back. With what my Medicare has been paying up to this point, I'll go back to the doctors, if nothing else, but to say hi to the nurses and have physical contact with people. But no, I would like to know how my condition's doing. And if eating too many bananas raises my potassium and sends my body into some kind of weirdness, I would like to know that. If my cholesterol and everything else is good, well, I don't have to worry about, they don't have me on any other kind of special diet, only that I have to watch. my vitamin D, which was low, and my potassium. Those are the only two warning labels out there for me. I'm very lucky. But so they go in and do a heart cath in me on me, and they go in and take a picture and look around with the camera and all. So what if they find that the heart is in worser condition? Ain't nothing I can do about it except prayer and meditation and hope that Bob the Builder and his guys can go in there and use some masking tape or whatever, to try to fix whatever. But I mean, there's nothing physically that they can do if my heart is worser than they thought from my last heart attack at the hospital. I'm not saying good or bad. I'm just saying they'll all go, "Oh, your heart's in worse shape than we thought." Now what? Well, we're just going to have to monitor you. That's the answer. Well, y'all are monitoring me now. I mean, so it's like, so I think what it's going to change is it's going to change with the doctors. Instead of coming every 3 or 4 months, they're going to want to see me every 6 weeks. They're going to want to check up on me to make sure Dave's still breathing and my heart's still pumping. So I think that's the only thing that's going to change. Because, and looking into all this is like, what else can they do? Nothing. I don't need a pacemaker. It's not that kind of heart condition. What are they going to do? Go in with masking tape and some super glue? Um, you know. So the best thing I can do is just keep my fingers crossed that it ain't worser. And this dull pain in my chest, which is kind of there right now. But I monitor my pulse. It's good. My BP's good. Okay. If the it was in a defib, I could tell by I'm checking my pulse right now. So I don't need a fancy machine. But if my chest is going to hurt and that's what it is, then that's what it is. That's what it is. That's life. Have another toke. It is what, 1 o'clock in the morning. Ooh, right on the nose. Yeah, I can't stay up late tonight, y'all. Um, I have to get up for me early in the morning and be at the hospital and get my X-rays and CT scan and all that kind of stuff. And then I got therapy at 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. And me and that gent's going to have a conversation because I think my insurance ought to pay for the MRI, but screw it. If because I'm on uh, uh, delinquent care, indigent care, and I seriously doubt after at the first of the year every year they have new guidelines and stuff that come out. So I seriously doubt that I'm going to make enough money to like bring me out of poverty to the point where um, I will probably, if I don't receive 100% indigent care, I will receive some of it. So, hey, alrighty. And, you know, with all the money that I've saved Medicare over the years by not going to the doctor and by not going to a hospital, they ought to go ahead and pay for this. Now, the other side of this coin is I can't believe how much some of this stuff cost. I mean, they want $2,800 for a 5-minute CT scan. Seriously? I know y'all got to pay, expenses and you got to pay for the machinery, but $2,800? Seriously? Holy crap. Um, um, does it really cost that much, to flip that switch and have that machine go around once or twice? That's why he won't go back. I figured for me, the the 7+ years of not going to a doctor or anything, even when I should have, um, that was kind of sort of me playing Russian roulette with my health. And now that I know that I have a heart condition, and now that I know that I'm in Canada, Montreal, so we pay this. Oh, wow. Yeah, you pay it through your taxes. May the favor of the soul tribe be with you. Money, no worries. Medicine, we got you covered. So far, um, I haven't had to pay out much except for my medicines, which is about $65 a month ish. So I'll go tomorrow and pick up, a whole new round of meds. So it'll be about 50 or so dollars ish. And it's not quite that much every month because I've got like a 2.5 month supply. So it monetarily speaking, it hasn't hit me too badly. And I'm very happy for that because that Xaralto is like 500 and something dollars a month if you don't have insurance. It's ridiculous. And I was really worried when they first started putting me on some of this stuff that I was not going to be able to afford it. But knock on wood, so far things have been working out. It is really expensive. I could not. There are two medicines. Jardiance, I think, is the other one. Jardiance. Anyway, those two medicines over the counter without a card would cost right at $1,000 for those two medicines per month or per prescription. You know, and so that's just nuts. That is just nuts. And that is Xaralto. Them pills are about like that big. They're really tiny. I mean, they're. I had dropped one out of my hand unbeknownst to me, and was looking down on the floor for something else, and noticed. I said, "That looks like a pill," and reached down and picked it up, and it's like some bitch. So I had skipped a medicine by accident because the damn thing's so small it fell out of my hands. But those two medicines would be $1,100. Wait, six, five, yeah, 1,100, almost $1,200 over the counter. So them poor folks got to pay for that. Now it cost me $9.96, about $10 per script through Medicare. So people say, well, why don't you switch to a better company? I ain't moving. The WellCare Medicare program I'm on at the moment has paid for all this stuff when it should be like, whoa, oh, oh boy, I get to report. Yay, report. Okay, report another one. It's Granny's doing porn. I'm sorry, but I'm going to Mexico. I need medical care. Hey, look, here in South Georgia, all the Mexicans are coming from Mexico up here to go to the hospitals. It's like a thing that they do. You know, there are Mexican families that come up here to have their babies born because the care in Mexico isn't good enough. And so The Mexicans come up here and we go down there. That's interesting. But that there's all kinds of stuff though that you can buy from the pharmacist down there. I mean, my friend Patricia, she was telling me that, oh no, you can get real medicine. You can get uh no, they go back to Mexico. They're not anchor babies. These folks come up here, have their kids, hang out for about a month until their kids good, put them they get on a plane and go back to Mexico. No, they just it's so much cleaner, nicer, and whatever here in America. And they come up, and while they're here, they can get benefits. So they come up a couple of weeks early. I know three different women who one of them had two babies here, but they all came up, family members here, and they came up from Mexico, had their babies, in Thomasville at the hospital, stayed around, and they went back home. Yep, three ladies, four babies in like two, like 3 years, some kind of thing. But so it was all paid for by the government, because they were foreigners or whatever. Uh, a lot of things are cheap there. Um, my friend Patrice had cancer, and her husband was a dear friend of mine. He's passed away now from cancer, actually. But he would go to the drugstore and pick up her um, radiation medicine, whatever she was taking for her cancer. So she didn't even have to go to what do you call them? The deal with that kind of nuclear medicine kind of thing. But anyway, he had to go to the pharmacist and pick up the meds. And she gave herself injections. Family member helped her out, and they literally, here's your bottle of medicine, dear, and here's your, bend over, tink. And so wasn't no doctor involved in that. Now the doctor at the hospitals and whatever prescribed the medicines, but they would just go and pick it up at the pharmacy, and But anyway, I I found that very interesting. Sort of like going to the vet in a way. And over the years, several friends of mine, I've had quite a few shots of penicillin that were meant for bovine. Okay. And people say, "What?" And I was like, "Listen, it says on the bottle of penicillin or whatever it may be, that not for human consumption." Okay, well, listen, some of them bulls and cows that these folks are, shooting up. Hey, Witch Moon, they're 10,000, $15,000 bulls or more. And you think that penicillin ain't good enough for that cow? Let me tell you. But there are several of us who have had penicillin shots when we needed them that came out of a vet from the vet. Okay, yeah, vets use the right meds. Yep, yeah, the hospitals, yeah, are cleaner here. Antiseptic, but an interesting point. Just what time is it? 12, 1:12. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's almost, and it's going to be almost an hour too. And I promise that, I got to get up for me. I got to get up early in the morning to go get tested and inspected and otherwise. What is held for review? And Mark, where are you at? You're in Canada? Yeah, depending on what it is. Yeah, basically the only veterinary drug that I've had has been penicillin. And that's when we were all so sick that but to the point though, ain't none of us dead, you know? And so for this thing that, they don't want people going, oh, oh, you're in Vegas now. I had some friends of mine, I'm not sure they still live there in Vegas. Um, Last time I heard they were in Vegas. I've been to Vegas, stayed there a couple of days, but I would not want to live there. No way. There's nothing in Vegas that intrigues me. Um, when I was in Vegas in '99, it was back when Lake Mead was like all the way up to the top of the dam. And I got to jet ski on the water, and the marina that we rented the jet skis from ain't even there now. The water's so low. You're watching the water disappear. Yeah, '99, my brother and I were there, and we jet skied all across Lake Mead back when it was full. And I see pictures of it now, and I just can't believe it. There were no white streaks on the mountains. It was full. I'm almost done with my bowl here, and it's almost 20 after. Some people are really just ignorant. They say it's go to Canada, they don't pay for the health system like in the US. But we do pay, just not in the same way. Seriously. Yep, I understand. Oh, ooh, that was a deep one. Well, I have friends of mine here in the United States, okay? And they're pretty much poor. I mean, they're pretty much poor. They make minimum wage, maybe a little better, and cannot afford real insurance. And they're with my heart condition, okay, where they would like for me to go to the hospital and get checked. These folks are in and out of there for every little thing. I was sitting the night they put me in the hospital. The mother of one of the girls comes over and sits down beside me. And I'm like, well, she goes, well, what are you doing here? And I said, I don't know. I can't breathe. I think I got pneumonia. And they say I might be having a heart attack. And she's like, oh, well, I'm here, and my daughter's in there, and she's like this and that. And I was like, yeah. And she goes, yeah, we were here yesterday too, and gotta come back tomorrow. And I'm like, I know these people ain't got no money. They ain't got no insurance. So who's paying for this? Well, they are US citizens, but they're not paying for it. So indigent care is paying for it. Now, at least I got Medicare, but they're just, I don't want to say, but I kind of sort of want to say that they're freeloading the system. But if the system is there with indigent care, so hospitals are not supposed to be able to turn you away. If you're in serious need of, regardless of whatever, they're supposed to treat you, right? Supposed to. But there are a lot of folks without any kind of insurance that if you, if not, I don't think it's right to say that they're righting the system, because the system has failed them. They don't have they they have jobs, but they don't make enough money to buy insurance, especially to buy insurance that would cover what ails them, kind of thing. So, in this land of the free and the brave, they're working their ass off, but they can't pay for the insurance and they can't pay the hospital. So, indigent care. So that's you know, that's the silent, the secret. How do you get to you go to the hospital and you claim indigent care? And if you don't make enough money and you're in the poor realm, and even it may not cover the whole bill, but there are folks, and they say, well, I don't want to apply for that. I'm like, why not? Well, my insurance won't cover it. Then, if your insurance won't cover it or you don't have any, then apply for indigent care, dumbass. That's why it's there. If you don't make enough money, then somebody in the government somewhere, where it might be the state of Georgia, because I live in the state of Georgia, that covers the bill. So, dummy, if you really need care, now there are people that are, these folks, like I said, at least once a week, they're at the damn hospital at the emergency room. And they get frequent flyer miles. The doctors know them personally. I mean, it's like, huh? You know, so by going to the hospital all the time, I feel that's how they're writing the system. See somebody, I want to get the shot to fly anywhere. I also don't want to have it. Yeah, they think the system is helping, but it is not. Yeah. So here's the interesting thing. There is no universal health care, but there is, because if you apply for indigent care, then it doesn't matter. Because what I found out for myself, one of the last times I was in, the lady said, "Oh, you're covered 100%, at least until December 31st, when I have to reapply." She said, and as soon as the first of the year comes around, she goes, "Mr. No," she goes, "you come back and reapply. Because then if you qualify again, then anytime you come to the hospital, regardless of your insurance, I'm already qualified as a poor person, and they will take care of me and not hound me for a bill." So is that universal health care? I mean, even though I have Medicare now, but is that, in a way, indigent care? Is that the silent health care? They don't tell everybody about it. It's not out there. Ooh, no insurance, just claim indigent care. No, because that would bust the system. But for those of us who've been in the hospital and have been in the system, apply for indigent care. You may only cover, it may only pay 25% of the bill. It may only, there's a percentage. So you can qualify, but not all the way. Now, I'm 100%. So, but for those of you out there, if you think that, wait a minute, I'm poor and I don't make enough money and I'm barely getting by, but I'm afraid to go to the hospital. Go to the hospital, apply for indigent care, and dare them to sue you. Sort of. I just remember, because of my disability, I have health care except for my eyes and teeth. Yeah, same thing for me, Joe. Although well care is supposed, um, I really need my teeth fixed very badly, but I can't get, I'm not complaining, I'm not bitching. It is what it is. I can't get anyone to take the time to get me to the dentist the amount of times I need to go so I can get the work done. I had a hard enough time finding somebody to be with me for 3 or 4 hours to go have my colonoscopy done. So not having family members or, neighbors who can take off work and stuff, that's really biting into somebody's, it's one thing for folks to help you, it's another thing for them to lose work, you know. So but anyway, but my eyeballs are good enough. My teeth really need fixed. I've got some really bad hangers that need pulled because I don't really have any teeth. And it's embarrassing at best. And it's really hard to eat certain things. I don't really can't chomp down on some things, and I have to cut meat in small pieces, but I get by. Only see my primary care physician there so far with the other plan where they can send me some else. Uh, yeah, toothless. Yep. I'm got fangs. Yeah, the medical transportation is really weird. Well, see, if I go to a dentist, they're gonna and pull these teeth, they're gonna have to do me with some drugs. And I'm gonna need somebody to like hold my hand, to get out of there and bring me home. And it's one thing to just go to a doctor. It's another when you got to have oral surgery done. You know what I mean? So it puts it in a different category. And the transportation, they're really funky about it around here. And I haven't gone there yet, but I've had people promise that they will take me, and they haven't yet. Cardival oral and grass. What? Cow butter years ago, great for the teeth. Oh, grass fed cow butter. Oh, God. Oh, please. Let me tell you something. If any of you are out there who are eating um, fake butter, if you're eating margarine, for God's sake, stop it. Buy real butter because that hydrogenated stuff is and will kill you. Some of the issues I was having years ago, I had a conversation with the doctor, and she said, listen, yeah, margarine is plastic. It is absolutely plastic. Eat real butter. Don't go with this, oh, it's going to make you fat or it's going to do this. If you're eating margarine under any circumstances, please, Jesus, stop. I quit it years ago and my health got better. I mean, I think one of the reasons, because, they did a sonogram of my aorta and everything, and I could actually see the inside, right? And it was clean as a whistle. So this plaque and tartar and everything that gets in your veins and all, I don't have none of that because I eat butter. Okay. Uh, Margarine and anything that pretends to be it, please, Jesus, do yourself and your family a favor. Get real butter. I forgot about the knockout part of a certain. Yeah, margarine is plastic. I I keep bringing food out for my dad, and every time he tell me no, I can't eat. I have no teeth. I've learned how to chew potato chips with my tongue against the roof of my mouth. It's amazing how, you know, for me, it's like, well, I can't eat that. Well, but I really want it. I need to eat raw. Oh, you used to eat raw lard? Oh, God, lard. Actually, Crisco has its advantages, but the things that I changed in my life. Now I'm 70 years old. I've got a heart attack, but as far as plaque and overweight and all that, see, so I can lay claim to some of this stuff. I've been using nothing but olive oil and or peanut oil. Okay. If you're going to deep fry something, do it in peanut oil if you ain't allergic to peanuts. Oh my God. Corn oil and all that other kind of, olive oil. And I've used olive oil in all kinds of stuff when I've cooked, except for deep frying, where I use peanut oil. Um, and peanut oil is also good as a topical rub. If you've got a long time ago, suggested peanut oil rubs and different things and mixed with maybe it was lard. No, I don't think it was lard. But anyway, yeah, for me, I just cut smaller pieces, that's all. But olive oil, so all this stuff about Italians living longer lives and whatever, and olive oil and whatever. I just want to tell you that I may have heart issues, but that's from all my drinking and smoking and drug abuse and everything. But it ain't from cholesterol and stuff like that. It ain't because of what I have been eating. So I would advise everybody, listen, olive oil, stick to it, and and real butter. Oh my God, it tastes so much better than margarine or whatever. Oh my God. There are some things, and for those of you, I haven't been on this kick in a while, you know, and I talked with somebody recently who agreed with me about this. You know me and the water bottle thing, right? Certain plastic bottles off gas into the water and into soft drinks too. Um, and but the off gassing into the water, there are plastic polymers that you ingest into your system. And Max, the uh, yeah, Max. I can't think of his name right now, but he does the shows on the weekends for distant viewing. But anyway, if you're drinking water out of the clear, crinkly type of plastic bottles, stop it. Hey Travis, um, so far I'm 30 and lost only one tooth. That can. Oh my God, yep. But I don't know. I've gotten used to using olive oil, and cooking with my eggs in the mornings or whatever, or at night. Frying things, you using a little bit of olive oil. Um, it just, and if you're going to deep fry something, which I don't deep fry stuff much, um, which I think is another reason why my insides look so good as far as the my arteries and everything that they checked. You know, I saw the inside when they did that sonogram thing, and I was very impressed at how clean my aorta and everything was. And and I can attest that to clean living. My heart's from all the smoking and everything, but that's not clean living. But as far as food goes, my pops, he was 74 and his heart was clogged 98%. Mine ain't. you know, I'm 70 now and mine's clean as a whistle. There was a little bit of dilation, but all in all, my aorta is in great shape, where his was clogged to the max with grease and because of his diet. Half a pound of bacon in the mornings, with eggs and toast, and that was breakfast. you know, he'd sit down to a bag of cracklings and just munch. And it's like, no, thank you. I've had the opportunity to live that way. I was 250 pounds at one time. I'm sorry, but so to all of you, keep your weight down. You can do it if you try. The better that you can keep your weight down, it's just better for you. Okay. That, uh, pinch of fat, your body weight, your BMI, go by it, and don't push it. Stay away from that plastic stuff. If you're still drinking water out of them crinkly bottles all the time, change it, do something else. You know, the milk jugs are much better. So buy water in the milk jugs and sip out of it. Get yourself a dead gum canteen or something and carry it around with you. Stainless steel's really good. Um, as far as a container, and stay away from these plastic bottles all the time because it will get in you, just like the plastic will collect on the inside of your veins from stuff like margarines and things like that, polyunsaturated fats. Oh my god. So be careful, make sure that you stay healthy. And I gotta say, if it hadn't been for all my years of smoking and abuse and everything, my heart condition would probably be a whole lot less, and I would be a lot healthier than I am now. Now that I gotta take all these meds, and my heart would be better. So cigarettes and drugs and a lot of booze, a lot of booze. Oh man, I was a partier. Lot of booze, lot of Jack Daniels, and some George Deacle thrown in there, and Bacardi rum, and Jose Huervo. I've been back to Max's remote. Right, Joe, I got you. Langer's juice bottles. Yeah, and I don't have a. It's called Jumex, and it comes in a carton. Now, there's probably some plastic on the inside of the carton or something, but it's not a plastic carton. It's a carton, cardboardy kind of thing, and they sell juices. It comes in a quart or whatever liter thingy, and it's got a twist cap on it. Um, but they come in different flavored juices, and they're $1 a container. You know, for a big container, it's a buck. Um, Now, for me, I drink. I love this black cherry. Mountain Dew, and it's a kickstart. It's supposed to be well, and also the store's lying as to how much these things are. It says $1.35 a piece at in the cooler, and when I looked on the bill, they're a buck and a half a piece. Ooh, cheating! But I love the black cherry, but I try not to do the kickstart kind of things. Yeah, for me, I'm glad that my cholesterol and everything is good, and I don't have diabetes or anything like that. I'm not, I can attest to my good health because of my lifestyle, because I don't have these other issues, you know. Cyst on my kidney, okay, lots of folks get them. Um, so, and it's could it have been from diet or something? From what I have discussed, no, maybe we don't know. They just happen with people. Okay. So, but as far as having a clean aorta and all my cholesterol, everything's clean. All my blood tests are clean. I mean, like, damn, dude. I gotta say that sticking with a decent regime of not too many fried foods, um, or for me, very rarely anything fried. Um, and those things fried like bacon or whatever in moderation, please. Like once a week, one maybe one like once a month, maybe. And other things that are just honest to God, heart healthy without going nuts. Stay away from some of these things and saturated fats and stuff like that. And whether olive oil is good for you or not, it's good for me. And I've been using it for over 20 years. And I would say, listen, that's what has helped to keep my arteries clean. Okay. I just, I believe in it. I believe, that the olive oil is a good thing. And the peanut oil as well. But, instead of frying, I mean, we used to cook eggs. We used to fry the bacon first and then use the bacon grease to fry the eggs. Okay. And I always had an upset stomach as a kid. And so when I got older, I quit doing that mess. And now I use a little bit of olive oil in my black skillet, my cast iron skillet, and scramble them eggs up or fry them up or whatever. But so from my lifestyle, I think I have done pretty good job, other than the drug abuse and everything. So that I can, hey, change, start if you ain't using olive oil and certain things, please, you know, and hopefully it will do you some good. I feel like it has me. So anyway, ceramic cups are safe, right? My favorite mug, which I use all the time. Yeah, ceramic's fine. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now, there are some ceramics I have found that will absorb certain things. Right. So be careful with that. But stainless steel, I mean, there's stainless steel in this mug. And I've got actually, this is a glass, but I've got a mug with a handle mug that goes with this one, and it's stainless on the inside. You ain't getting nothing out of the stainless. As far as off gassing or something like that, you're safe with that. Um, Now some people don't like drinking out of a metal cup or whatever. It's like, okay. Um, But I've got lots of ceramic cups. Plastic cups, just be careful with the type of plastic it is. But anyway, because a- I wouldn't be near as worried about a plastic cup as I would be worried about the the off gassing of fresh plastic bottles with fluid in them, any kind of fluid, because it off gases into the fluid. Then you drink the fluid, and then you drink the tiny little polymers that off gas into the fluid. And those polymers stick in your joints. I mean, I haven't talked to Max in a while, but I used to have arthritis so bad I would wake up in the middle of the night in tears and I couldn't move my hands. And I was literally like this. And I quit drinking out of plastic bottles. And I'm here to tell you, I'm 70. Here, my hands are working well. There is soreness. I got a little arthritis, but where I am now and the way I used to be 7, 8 years ago when I quit drinking out of plastic bottles, I couldn't move my hands. Okay. And Max, he agrees with me in that. Oh, that's a good joke. Will you be my breast friend? That's great. I it just had, for whatever reason, seriously, it's only the right breast in men that this spirolactone uh, affects. You know. Now it doesn't. It in reading the going back to the medicine, in reading the stuff, it didn't say anything about women's breasts, right breast growing. It's only in men. And I'm like, what? So whatever this and it's a tiny little pill. It's about the size of an aspirin. But I know this Milky Way head. Well, I'll be your breast friend. It's really odd feeling it. M- I mean, I don't go around feeling them, but I feel this my left one, and it's like, yeah, it's just but this other one is like sticking out, and it's got a cup size, and like what, you know. Now, and I've only been on this drug since August. All right, August, September, October, November. In 4 months, um, breast friends forever. Absolutely. Geez, dude, with all the plastic going in our water, one could think that we'd transform into Barbie dolls. Absolutely, absolutely. We're turning into cyborgs in a way. I mean, in the studies that I read about several years ago, uh, fat men haven't much harder than fat women. Fat men have to deal with huge chests and they get made fun of. Yeah, absolutely. My dog is snoring. Um, well, not being a fat person at the moment and with no intentions of going there again, because I used to be fat and my breasts were kind of floppy, but um, this is totally different. I mean, it's like pronounced. It's weird. Here, let me show you. But I would agree with that evil hatred. There's nothing sexual about breast actually, unless you fondle them constantly, but that's another story. Mel, good night to you. They're called noobs, noobs. My eyes are starting to cross. Listen, y'all, I got to get up in the morning and go get x-rays. 8 a.m. So yeah, I got to go to sleep too, Mel. Absolutely. It's good seeing you and good talking to you. So, and for me too, um, we can all be best friends. Um, I don't know how long it's going to take for this for this thing to go down, but looking in it's been really tender and sore. But I don't like gawk in the mirror at myself. I do my shower and thingy, and and I'm out of there, right? But today I was like, what the hell? It was sticking out there all by itself. And I was like, teeth and eyes are growing on my pet pig. It started happening after grandma shot herself. Grandpa put a curse on her after. Holy crap. That's really bad. Thank you, Mel. It's always good to hang out and be with y'all. And I have trying to be on more, but these meds have just been really difficult for me to you know, rub two coins together and be able to, you know, have a conversation. But finding out that the pill that's giving me my breast uh, 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 is also one that is may be causing my drowsiness and other issues. So tomorrow I go to get a new drug for that issue, and we'll see how it works. So, um, but anyway, it's been great hanging out with y'all. I love you all dearly. I do. I was sitting at the doctor's office today, and I was, just waiting, nothing to do, and I don't do games on my cell phone or nothing like that. So I was just going down the list of all y'all and sending prayers out, and I was thinking, this is going to be interesting conversation. Uh, about talking about how my breast is growing and how I now am going to need I'm going to need a, I'm gonna need a training bra on one side. That'd be sort of like wearing an eye patch. I'd wear a bra patch. Well, both of them, it's only the one for God's sakes. This son of a bitch is twice the size as the other one. Jesus, God, Margaret, what am I gonna do? My breast keeps growing and my ding ding is shrinking. Am I turning into a woman or what? Holy shit, God Almighty. Lord Jesus, please. I don't know what's going on. My dingy is shrinking and my breasts are growing. Lord have mercy. How am I going to make it to tomorrow? They want to sell me blue pills, but the blue pills don't do nothing because there ain't nothing there for it to do. And now my breasts are growing. What am I supposed to be, a lesbian? My hair's long enough. Now I'll be a lesbian. I just don't know about carpets though. Dude looks like a lady. West Memphis. Is that where you're from? I've been to West Memphis, Arkansas. I've been there. Mel, if nothing else, I give y'all a little bit of a grin. I know I got tears running my eyes because I'm laughing internally so hard. It's like, oh my God. And then for evil hatred, to come in and go, oh, breast friends forever. Yes, my dears, you know, um, I'll have to get a bra and just put it on one side, and I'll be like a pirate. you know, um, um, this is my breast friend right here. Anyway, okay. I've been on for an hour and 40 minutes. It's been wonderful hanging out with my dear friends as always. Love you too, and talk to you soon. So, I do continue to pray that each and every day your right breast will grow like mine. So we could be like breasts, like minded and like breasted. Never mind. I continue to pray that each and every day, that each and every one of you will find humor in life, even when, at the cost of a breast or two. Uh, the boob wars, yeah. We had a teacher at school that, always said, "You boob." And it was like, we always checked as little kids to find out what she meant. But I continue to pray that each and every day, that each and every one of you will continue to learn how to accept and receive the knowledge, the healing, the wisdom, and the many blessings in the universe. And for God's sakes, find something to laugh about. With all this other stuff, well, you're Dave, did you know that you're having more, heart attacks now and you should have been to the hospital? I'm like, yeah, I've been worried about my breast growing. Thank you very much. Ween. And so, but each and every day I continue to pray that each and every one of you will continue to learn to accept and receive the knowledge, the healing, the wisdom, and the many blessings from the universe. And with all the chaos going on and all the craziness, Robert and I were talking about it tonight, and I pulled the owl card, which is deception, right? And CBS today, it's all in the news how CBS is reporting that, that Hunter Biden's laptop is a real deal. you know, and for the last 3 years, many of us have been going, well, duh, but now all of a sudden, CBS reports that it's true. It's not a Russian. So, I got to laugh. There's a lot of people are going, well, duh. Yeah, I find things to laugh out too, Mark. But there are some folks out there, life is pretty bitchy sometimes. And it's in your head as to what you choose to do because I've always tried to be a happy person, but I spent lots of years being depressed. But even when I was depressed, I'd laughed and joked, but I was still depressed and still wanted to murder myself. Um, but nowadays, I don't want to murder myself. I think I've reached the point where, wait a minute, um, I got I've got a a ticking time bomb here, that could quit working at any moment, and then what? so, but each and every day I continue to pray that each and every one of you will continue to learn how to accept and receive the knowledge, the healing, the wisdom, and the many blessings in the universe. And there's a lot of stuff to laugh at. You know, I just have looked back over my life, these last few years, and I continue to, glance back, but only in retrospect. I don't want to live back there, but in retrospect, um, I worried way too much. I spent way too much time worrying about stuff that just was not worth worrying about. And now I look back and go, I should have laughed at that stuff instead of worrying about it. You know, is your video will last another hour? Oh my god, I can't. No, 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 no. It ain't gonna last another an hour. No, I gotta go because I gotta. It's different for me to get up and I am not a morning person because it's 2 o'clock here in the morning, and now I'm supposed to get up. But nah, I've been a late night person all my life, and it's like, so I would love to stay up with you, but I seriously need to go lay down and get some rest and set the alarm clock every day. I live not as though it's my last day on earth, but as I normally live. Yeah. Well, now that, with all this concern over my ticker, it's not that I'm going to look at every day as my last, but I'm really glad that I'm still here because it could have been my last. You know what I mean? It's like, wait a minute now. And now that I'm finding out other stuff is like, yeah, I want to take care of this ticker. I mean, I've been sitting here looking at that pack of cigarettes and I've been wanting to light one up for the last hour. So I haven't. So I am doing better. And I only did one bowl tonight, which is, not that much, but, and I try to be conservative. And of course, I don't drink, but, it's in a way, haven't had this heart attack and everything, and I got pain in my chest right now, besides my right boobie. Oh my God, my titty's about to burst. I swear to God, there's milk in there. I could feed the cat if I wanted to. Come here, kitty, kitty. No, I'll put your paws down. Jesus, God, that hurts. Mildred, get this cat off of me. I was kidding. Anyway, I have I have flipped my lid. I've got my gourd is gone. Yeah, got milk. I swear to God, if I squeezed it hard enough, it was going to squirt across the room. I mean, I got a wet spot on my t-shirt. Just in class. Make butter out of it. Holy Jesus, I don't think there's that much, you know. Man milk. Hey, watch this, y'all. you know, I knew a girl who could pick up a cue ball with her. But do you ever know a man that could shoot milk across the room? Watch this. Hey, y'all, being, down here in redneck country, Jesus, God, Mildred, I'm growing abreasted. Look at this. Hey, everybody, all this guy's going to show our titties. Yeehaw! Breast in class. I'm sorry. Oh, God. If you could hear what's going on in my head right now. Woo wee. Mm. The nurse asked me today, and I said, my nipple feels like it's been titty twisted really good. You know what I mean? And she looked at me, and I was like, I don't know, but anyway, I couldn't think of anything else. Like there are them guys, like, hey, buddy, give you that titty twister kind of thing, that nipple noogie, and you know. I don't know of women who do it, but there were guys who, like, for whatever reason, they wanted to do that titty twister, That so I was trying to explain, what it kind of sort of how that, how that nipple felt, feels, I can't believe I'm sitting here feeling myself up. Make butter. Yeah, I'm gonna start selling man milk. Watch this, y'all. It's so nutritious. You might even help you grow teeth. It's your turn. Anyway, all right. Yeah, I got tears running down my eyes, and I'll be giggling and laughing for a while. But yeah, it's been almost 2 hours, and I was going to try to just keep this to an hour. So, but anyway, I do absolutely love you all. Please be safe, and you know, um, I was going to say, there are times when you got to drain your lizard, for us guys, but then, I'm going to have to get a breast pump. you know, that's all there is to it. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I got something around here to make me a one-sided bra, a one breast bra, you know, for they could call me one hung low. Yeah, I really have to get to sleep. Okay, I love you all. Thank you very much. And I've got test. I don't have anything planned for Thanksgiving. I was just kind of sort of thinking that, if I'm sitting around here and ain't nothing going on, I'll get on here and just say hi to y'all on Thanksgiving. So have a great holiday if I don't see you before, okay? Be blessed. Be careful. There are crazy people out there, especially the folks in a hurry want to get someplace and and they might and end up being dead. So let's be careful. So Mark, Isby, Mel, Joe, uh, Chloe, I said Isby, oh Michelle, and Steve might already be gone. But all of y'all, please be safe, okay? Honestly, stay warm. Um, get some good rest, and I will talk to you soon, okay? Mel, adios, my friend. It's great hanging out with y'all. It really is. And it is true about the breast thing. I am joking, but I ain't. So, but with that said, sleep well. Wean, the power of wean is important, y'all. And so until next time, I continue to pray that each and every day, that each and every one of you will continue. This is the fourth time will continue to learn how to accept and receive the knowledge, the healing, the wisdom, and the many blessings in the universe. And believe, 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 believe. And I believe this breast is going to kill me. It's so sore and tender. So, y'all have a good one. And until next time, be the breast that you can be. Be the breast that you can be. And I will see you soon, hopefully. And until next time, keep laughing. All right. Yeah. Cheers, everybody. Keep the faith.